Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about the 10 most confiscated items on a cruise ship. Yes, now these are the most confiscated items in 2024, from least to most. So we're going to start with number 10 and work our way to number 1. So number 10 is drones. Drones are not allowed at all to be used on cruise ships. So I know people love to go take those and they get views of the ship from above and ports, but they just don't allow them anymore on a cruise ship. Number 9 is roller skates or hoverboards. Now that even includes those kids' shoes, the Heelys that have the roller blade that pops up in the back and they can roller skate on those just because of safety measures. It's just not safe to be roller skating or hoverboarding on a cruise ship. You know, you might run into passengers or fall yourself and get hurt. So those are not allowed at all. Now, number 8 is handcuffs or restraints. And you might think, why is somebody bringing handcuffs on a cruise ship? Well, most of the ones that they confiscate are the adult handcuffs that they play with. You know, they might have little fluffy stuff around them, you know, making them fluffy and stuff. But no handcuffs at all, no restraints, anything like that. They're not allowed on cruise ships. Number 7 is walkie-talkies. Now I know in days past, I remember people having walkie-talkies on cruise ships so they could stay in contact with one another and know where they were on the ship. Well, nowadays they don't allow those anymore. Most ships have their app now, and you can get in contact with other people that you're with, friends or family, by texting on the app, or even you can look up their location and it'll tell you where they're at. So no more walkie-talkies on cruise ships. Number 6 most confiscated would be irons or steamers. Now they don't allow irons or steamers or anything that gets hot, like a hot plate or even those coffee warmers that you'd sit your coffee on to keep warm. Nothing like that is allowed that heats up. Number 5 is power cords, and these are like the power bars, the power strip, the surge protectors. Those are not allowed. And now certain ships, I know Royal Caribbean recently went to a certain kind that you could have, and they're just USB multiple ports. You can't have a multiple port where it's plug-in. It has to be, it plugs one time into the wall, and then you could have multiple USB ports like I'm showing in the picture. That's what I had to buy for our next cruise on Royal Caribbean. I have different ones I use for other cruise lines, but check with your cruise line before you go because they're confiscating those if they are not the correct ones. Now, number 4 is weapons. And these are weapons of all kinds, you know, guns, knives, even long bladed scissors. They're confiscating those, and even toy weapons of any kind. I heard about this happening over Christmas. This couple and their son were traveling on the cruise ship for Christmas, so they wanted to bring him one gift on board that he could open. Well, guess what they brought? They brought a toy gun on the ship for him to open as a Christmas present, and it got confiscated. Now, these people were in an uproar. They were throwing a fit saying now their son's not going to have any present to open on Christmas Day. But what were you thinking, people? Guns aren't allowed on airplanes, not a toy gun, not any gun. It's the same with the cruise ship. Even if it's a toy, you cannot bring it on board. So no toy weapons, no regular weapons, nothing like that is allowed. Number 3 would be candles. Now, no candles or anything that light at all, like fireworks, any type of candle that you're going to burn in your cabin. I also recently heard about this couple that tried to take a miniature barbecue grill on board because they thought they could barbecue on their balcony. Well, guess what? No, you can't barbecue on your balcony. You can't smoke on your balcony. You can't shoot off fireworks from your balcony. No flames, no fires. You don't want to start a fire on a cruise ship, so you cannot bring anything that you would light on fire. Number 2 is drugs. Drugs of any kind. Um, Now, if you're taking prescription drugs on board, make sure you keep them in your prescription bottles. Don't just put them in a baggie because they could get confiscated. So keep them in that bottle so they see that's your name and they know that it's yours. I know when I travel, every time I travel, I take things like my vitamins and I take like Tylenol or ibuprofen, things like that. And I usually put them in a pill box and like a daily one so I know what to take daily. And I have never had a problem with that. But I have heard there's been some problems with prescription meds that aren't in their bottle. So just to make yourself safe, because you never know, you might have got that on one cruise line and you might be on another cruise line now and they take it. They're all different. So just to be safe and not travel without your medications, keep them in the prescription bottles. Now, these drugs also include marijuana. I know marijuana is not really considered a drug anymore, but any type of marijuana. No vapes, no regular marijuana, no hash oil, no CBD, no CBD at all. Not the gummies, no edibles of any kind, no CBD cream. If you take something on board and it says CBD on it, like if you had a lotion with you and it said CBD, they would take it. You know, recently a woman, older woman, but she takes CBD gummies to help her sleep at night and it had a very, very small amount of CBD in it. They took those from her. And you don't want to get caught with these because normally you would just get banned from the cruise ship depending on what it is. But if you're trying to take hard drugs or even marijuana on board, they could ban you and you don't get to go on your trip or you could be banned for life. So it's not really worth it to do that. So just be careful. I know people do sneak it on there because I've smelled it before, but is it worth it? Is it worth it to take those on and lose your trip? That's up to you. And the number one thing, the most confiscated of 2024, and I knew what this was without even seeing it, is alcohol. Yes, so many people try to sneak their alcohol on in their luggage or by putting it in different, containers like mouthwash bottles. This one teenage kid recently was traveling on there with his parents, and I don't know, I think he had other friends going also. And he tried to sneak alcohol in a huge mouthwash bottle, very, very large one. And that kind of gave suspicion because why are they taking such a huge bottle of mouthwash on like a 3 or 4 day cruise? So the parents and the kid got called down to the security where they had confiscated this mouthwash that turned out to be alcohol. So don't even try that. They find out and it's not worth it. You'll lose your trip. You won't be able to cruise. Just buy yourself some drinks on the ship. A lot of the cruise companies, you can have alcohol paid for in advance to be put in your room. I've done that with Carnival and Princess. Now we're going on Royal Caribbean and they don't do that, but we don't drink that much. Don't try to sneak it on there because you probably will get caught. I know a lot of people do get it on. You're allowed to bring a bottle of wine with you on most cruise ships, so you can take that with you and drink it. There are a lot of free drinks sometimes around the ship, a lot of free champagne toasts and things like that going on. They'll have maybe a special of the day to get alcohol. A lot of times it's a 2-for-1 drink in a specific pub or something. So it's really not worth it to chance it, and hope you get it on. Maybe you'll get it on, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't be on a cruise at all, and that's not worth it. I know it's not for me. So anyway, those are the top 10 confiscated items. What do you think? I pretty much knew those were all already illegal and couldn't be taken on, but some people don't know, especially a new cruiser. They have no idea they can't take some of these things on. So there you have it. There you go. Hope everybody enjoyed that. And I hope you all come back for my next video I'm going to have on here real soon. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. And thanks for stopping by the Golden Cruiser. Bye for now.